office sex, however you want to put it. I want to talk about Nia Long for a hot second. And the whole dust up of like, yo, you got Nia Long and you do it out. I want to talk about that for a second. And I just want to talk about the situation as we hear about it in general. So, we got Udoka, the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Last year, they went to the finals and represented the East. They won the East. There was times of the playoffs where he was just being revered as, arguably the best coach in the league last year. They said that he was just coaching circles around, the opposing team's coaches and coaching staff. And it looked like he was doing a great job, you know what I'm saying? Because I think you overlook all of the pieces around a successful team and just focus on the players. Like there's so many people involved in the success of a basketball organization. I didn't even want to just say team. I want to say organization, from the owner to the GM to the staff, like even your training staff, your medical staff. Like an example of the way you coach, when you think about Popovich, they say he had a style of coming down on his star, Tim Duncan. So immediately everybody else is like, shit, if he's getting at Tim Duncan, like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta, when niggas tell me what to do, I'm gonna fall in line quick, because he's coming at the star. He's coming at the bread and the butter, the money maker. You know what I'm saying? The person that's carrying us or helping carrying us to championships. So your style of coaching, all of this stuff comes into play of being successful. And that's why this guy got a heavily increased reputation from last year, heavily increased reputation for what he was doing as a head coach to help the Boston Celtics win the East and get to the finals. So that's what makes this news that comes out about him so big. Here we are about to kick off the new NBA season, right? And it comes out of left field. Udoka is suspended for 1 year. I was like, what? So it's like, just like little sprinkles of news that has come out so far from what I've seen, for what has come across me so far. Inner office sexual relations, or maybe has sex with somebody that's a part of the organization, part of the staff, or, within the Celtics team somehow. It could be a cheerleader, could be some type of medical staff, whatever. Like we just talked about how it's not just the players on the court. Like a team has all these different pieces and all these different job functions. So somebody affiliated with the Celtics is what we're hearing, right? So before I get into Matt Barnes's recent Vlad interview, before I get into that, my initial reaction was just about inner office sex and corporate America, right? Because I classify the NBA as corporate America because all of the legalities surrounding it, the amount of money surrounding it, the amount of rules and contracts that are surrounding it. These multi-million-dollar NBA players are on the contracts, and they have all types of rules and stipulations that they must follow as NBA players on and off the court. This is corporate America. All right. If you don't believe so, go ahead and mess with their bottom line and see how corporate it is. It's corporate America. All right. Now, in corporate America, inner office sex is extremely common. Extremely common. If you've never worked in corporate America, let me just give you like some real rational examples and reasons why inner office sex is very common. All right. First of all, developing attractions towards somebody, right? Sometimes come with interactions. I mean, we're also visual creatures, right? So you think of somebody like this host here. Sooner or later, you work with her, you may have a visual attraction to her, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, especially as a man. Like, she's beautiful. But even past us being visual creatures at times and seeing somebody so frequently and possibly being attracted to what you see, how about just the fact that you get to interact and build with somebody for so much time? Just think about it. We call a general corporate America job a 9-to-5. That's what we call it, right? That's 8 hours of a day. Let's say you drive to the office or you commute to the office, bus, train, whatever the case may be. Let's say an hour to the office and an hour home, right? Plus 8 hour day, 9-to-5. That's 10 hours. Let's say you sleep 8 hours of the day. That's 18 right there. You're left with 6. That's like an average common 9-to-5 work-life balance. 10 hours of work or going to work. in total, and then 8 hours of sleep, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, let's say. So if you get your 8 hours and you got 6 hours left in the day, that means that you're seeing whoever you live with. It could be your wife, your husband, your kids, or even if it's just, you see them on the weekend and it's even less time, right? Or see them occasionally, it's even less time. But even if you live with somebody, you might see somebody at work more than you see somebody that you live with. That's just how that's math. That's just 24 hours in a day. Okay. So there's a lot of people that's watching this right now that can relate. There's a lot of companies that even do office relations training, right? They'll send you type of a literature that you have to read through and sign off on, or videos that you have to play. You know what I'm saying? As you're onboarding into a new company, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to abide by certain rules, and they try to train you up on certain ways to approach things, on how to act, if you end up in a sexual relationship in the office or within the company. So they try to train you on how to still be professional, how not to let it affect the company, how not to let it affect you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but what I'm hearing is that it's not allowed within the Celtics organization. And if so, I guess they have that right. You want to be a part of their organization and you sign their contracts or you work for them, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, whether you're the masseuse, whether you're the fucking the GM, whether you're the person that runs all the whatever, right? You sign up for it like you sign up for certain type of rules. So if that's the rules within the Celtics organization, then off rip, you can be fucked, right? So let's get into what it means now to be a power figure, right? Because we're hearing that could possibly be involved here. When you're a power figure, they train you on that shit too. For example, if you're the manager and you're trying to date like somebody that's reporting to you, some companies have an issue with that. They be like, yo, 2 peers could date. You know what I'm saying? 2 peers can get together. But the manager, no, you're not allowed to date the people that report to you for obvious reasons, right? It can create all types of favoritism. Other employees can see that as a conflict or issue, or not feel comfortable within that situation. Like, y'all feel like, the person that he or she is sleeping with is getting all the good projects, or getting or being able to leave work early. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why they'll draw that line. I mean, and Udoka obviously fits that. He's a head coach. That means that he's a powerful person within that organization. Was that an issue in this situation? Possibly. But when I watched Matt Barnes's Vlad interview, and he at first had a segment, I think, where he was backing Udoka, probably for the reasons of like, yo, man, like, the man, had a sexual relationship. Like, don't hang him for it. Don't take his job, or don't suspend him for a year for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. Matt Barnes like, shit, I done slept with a couple cheerleaders or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the game. We're around each other. Like I said before, 10 hours a day, possibly commuting to or being at work. Like, you might be attracted to somebody. But after that, if you notice, Matt Barnes retracted his support of Udoka. Then he does a Vlad TV interview and he says he thinks he'll be lucky if he even has a job after all of this, let alone suspended for a year. That makes you scratch your head a little bit like, the fuck did he do? I only think that it's one of two things, right? It could be something that's pure violation. Like, you violated a woman somehow, maybe some type of maybe you used your power and the woman claimed to feel forced, or some type of entrapment or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe a woman feels like her job was at stake if she didn't deal with you or sleep with you. That within itself is a big claim. A woman goes to the upper organization or upper management or the owner about that. You better react. They got to move on that. They can't play with something like that. So that could be one of the things that happen. Is it a violation? Now, God forbid you took something. I think if you would have took something, we would have been hearing about charges, right? And I didn't hear nothing about no charges. So I don't think that he took something. I think it could have been, if it's that option in option A realm, maybe you entrapped or made somebody feel forced because you are who you are. The only other option, though, option B, that I can foresee happening, which is something that would make Matt Barnes come out and be like, yo, he'll be lucky if he has a job after this, is if he just slept with the wrong person. Who could be the wrong person? The wrong person could be like a player's girlfriend or a player's wife, a owner or a GM's wife or girlfriend, or somebody in their family, a sister or something like that. And here's the thing, because we're hearing that once again, the Celtics don't allow, the inner office sex. But even if they did, if I'm a part of that organization and I know that you have a fiance or a wife, yet you sleeping with my sister, I got an inner office problem. I'm uncomfortable with that. The coach is sleeping with my sister and I know he's with Nia Long or something like that. This is corporate America once again. This isn't like, oh man, stop bitching, you know what I'm saying? Let shorty choose or whatever. Niggas cheat every day, B or whatever. Or maybe he had a side chick. This ain't that. This is corporate America with big name people tied to a lot of money involved. And it's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. So that's why I say either he was in a situation where maybe somebody felt forced or violated, or he slept with the wrong person. Because that Matt Barnes interview is a little bit telling. He's like, man, listen, I ain't trying to speak on nobody. I didn't have my issues, family and whatnot, running and gunning, but he may not have a job after this. Him saying that, that's telling his shit. That's telling his shit. But let's get to this Nia Long reaction. And I could laugh about it because it happens all the time. We hear about this a celebrity that possibly becomes single, and everybody puts up those type of posts of niggas running out the door real quick or shooting a shot and trying to slide in the DM real quick because Nia Long might be. And I don't know. I don't really get it. I never really got it. And that type of, reaction, especially on social media. The reason why I don't get it is because for me, it's like, I just have this mind state and this perception, like it don't matter who you are. Nobody's above getting cheated on. I don't know if some of that is like idol worship, where people get so hung up in celebrity, because Beyonce is a bad woman, as a beautiful, intelligent, talented, classy woman. But there's women in the world that's better than Beyonce. That's just what it is. Who's your woman? You like Rihanna? There's women in the world that are finer than Rihanna. There's how many people on God's green earth? Like, come on. Like, don't idol worship somebody so much where it's just like, oh no, that's not reality. Speaking of Beyonce, like allegedly, didn't she possibly get cheated on? Right. Or I don't know. Was it just a promotional thing or whatever? Was it Lemonade or whatever? Wasn't she coming out with songs damn near acting like she was going through something with Jay, like Jay cheated or something like that? Let me ask y'all this. So how long have they been together? Is it over 15 years, whatever? Think Jay never fucked nobody else? Ever? Let me tell you, these celebrities, man, they be having these sign-offs to deal with them and all types of shit. That was portrayed on a Chappelle Show series or episode. Remember? It was like a contract, that Shorty had to sign before he dealt with her. You don't think that's real? Art imitates life. You don't think that's real? You don't think you got some of these celebrities that they be on tour and they grab some of these little groupies or whatever. They have their security guards or their managers or their handlers take these girls' phones before they even could come into their room, because they can't have that type of shit get out into the public. I can't have it get out into the public that I didn't fuck with you and you just some little groupie. You know what I'm saying? Or I might have a big situation that's public. I might be ASAP Rocky and Rihanna's my woman. Like, you're not coming in this room with a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be Jay-Z and my wife is Beyonce. That's a power couple. You know what I'm saying? We're tied in, not just as family with a child, and we have a huge tie-in even for our success, for our business, like even our image. The image of Will and Jada for a time was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that matters. The Barack and the Michelle, the tie-in of these two people. And when you're in front of the public, it matters a lot. You have to uphold that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these people talking about some sex or some cheating or some side nigga or some side chick scandal. So these people go to hell and back to make sure that they dirt don't get out. The smart ones in these big positions, or else they could literally lose millions and millions and millions of dollars simply by their fucking business going public that they was with some side chick last night. All right. So cut it out, people. But stop idol worshiping. All right. It's Nia Long. Nia Long is once again, I can give it the same description as a beautiful, intelligent, classy woman. But it's just another woman in certain men's eyes when it's time to have a fucking little jump. That's the real world. Like Jennifer Lopez, like there was a time we looked at her like, yo, one of the baddest women on the earth, right? How many times has she been married? I ain't shooting no shot at her or nothing like that, but can she keep a nigga? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? How many times has she been married? I mean, come on. She definitely is bad as shit, but niggas is gonna step out. Women is gonna step out. It don't matter whether you rich. It don't matter whether you the baddest nigga in the room, the baddest woman in the room, or you're a celebrity, or you're Beyonce, or you're Rihanna, or you're Nia Long. It don't matter. Stop everybody bugging out and try to be like, yo, you're automatically just this super insane person because you may have cheated on Nia Long. Nia Long could get cheated on just like any other woman. That's my whole point. And if y'all think that she can't get cheated on because she's Nia Long, stop that. You're over idol worshiping. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about that. But yeah, man, I hope nothing crazy comes out about dude like a violation, like if he took something or if he forced somebody or if he made somebody feel entrapped because of his position in an organization. Hopefully it wasn't that. And if he just slept with the wrong person that had the wrong ties and somebody feels real offended by it, damn, it's just sad to see, you know, possibly putting something like that type of job in jeopardy over what may have been nothing. What did Martin's mother say in Thin Line? What she say? Like a night full of passion could turn into a lifelong time of pain or something like that. Oh man, I ain't perfect. I ain't gonna act like it can't happen to the best of them. So, you know, hopefully he ain't do nothing that was some wild violation. Hopefully he could hold on to his family and bounce back. You know what I'm saying?